Our primary jobs?
Yeah, and I ran.
You used to run?
Yeah.
Well, running the stands.
No, I ran the race. I used to run. I used to come first. But in that race, I was going up against some,
You saying type.
right. So I came second to last.
That was good. That was good. That's a teacher, everybody. that was very good. Bravo.
Oh God, that's funny.
So you used to run that in?
I ran one time. I don't remember. It was at Immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what they were having, and I wasn't a runner, and I wasn't training.
Mm-hmm.
Hear my training.
Yeah.
To walk, find a hill and walk up the hill. Okay. So I walked half an hour up the hill.
Yeah.
And that was my training one day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to run.
Wow.
So when they raced, it was a 200. Which one is 400 is around the entire track?
Mm-hmm.
200 is what?
Half of that.
Is it that? I think it was 200. I think 400 I wouldn't be here now. So when the race starts, me shut out and me did I run and me say, me I win.
Yeah.
Me I win. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Oh God. They were all passing me. Oh my God, am I gonna me come last. So I never understood the whole pace itself and then do the burst at the last 100 or 80. But so that was my running thing.
That was the end of it.
That was the end of it. Okay. It was fun.
I'm sure it was.
I don't know why I thought but
so today's champs, Jackie Saunders. I'm sorry, Jackie Saunders. Your team has no chance this year in championship.
So, you're a KC now.
Yeah, Jackie.
Well, I've been to champs a few times, and I'm not going to laugh after. I'm not going to laugh after TG too much because it was way late, and I think it was when I started working here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never used to really go champs.
Why?
And then me go, and it was just like, and when him started the wave, I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And then I never cheered, whatever. I never cheered for anybody because I'm not no friend or nobody. I mean, I have friends who go to the different schools, but you
didn't swear allegiance.
No. So if you're winning, me I cheer for you. If you're losing, me not cheer for you. I'm the bandwagonist. I'm the cheerer. So, but I had fun. I had fun when I went. I love the energy.
It
and so it's remarkable.
Second to none, believe me. The energy is just through the roof.
And then when they had the US, overseas media come and covering it, they were like, what is it Jamaica is doing? What? We're like, we just make enough noise with pot cover.
I mean, the energy is amazing.
Yeah.
Like really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Haven't spent too much time in the stands, to be honest. For most of my time at championships, I've been
commentating.
Yeah. So the majority, I mean, when I was at KC, I was in the stands, but I've been commentating. Yeah. That's it. So that is good. So what's up for the rest of the day?
Enough work. Why you do that stress out to people in with the 3 John or the 4 John them yesterday? Them get it? Somebody got
it.
Really? I didn't hear the answer.
So it's Acts chapter 4 verses 4 and 5.
And then when you were saying it, I couldn't hear that you were saying Acts. So I was like, what's him saying? Half or so then I heard when you were spelling it later on and stuff.
So it's Acts,
Acts chapter 4
verses 5 and 6 or 4 and 5 mentions that Annas the high priest, Caiaphas, John and Alexander, they all spoke to Peter and John the apostle, telling them to stop preaching after Peter had healed the man at the gate. Beautiful.
So all right. So you read the verse.
Johns,
So you read the verse, right? How you come up with the poetic something?
And I get that.
Because yesterday it was like 4 of the sinting and 2 of the something.
Mm-hmm.
And then -3 carry the 1. I'll come up with this someday. You feel me? I need to go.
Yeah. It's, Yeah. It's, I guess, I always practice the rhyme in my head, Yeah.
So you just pull the. So the rhyming is the easy part. So you
Pretty
pull
much.
the story.
Yeah.
And the clues, and then you go, okay, this
I
clue
put
goes,
just enough clues.
right.
To make it researchable.
Yeah.
If you spell
Yesterday you were giving it away though.
I think I was kind.
Yeah, I heard when you were saying it, and I say it's true.
I was kind.
If I was really, really thinking about it, I think I would have. Never mind. I wouldn't.
I'm not sure anybody would have got it. I can't say because I've said that about so many riddles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if anybody would have gotten it if I had not, said, all right, let me just tell you that.
And you started talking about the Johns, right?
One person has, or that
or
name
4 persons have that name, right?
Mm-hmm. So
okay,
yeah, so,
pretty cool. So you have 1 for today.
Yeah.
I want to go with 1 per day. And where the other one named Fabian. Fabian does the ones for Wednesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Only need Jesus. But it's great though.
Oh, holy for Jesus.
It's great. I think it's a great. Right, Jackie, I have your something. Soon send it.
Yeah, Jackie. Yeah, no, she trying to butter me up, Don't butter me up, Jackie.
Oh my.
Yeah, but
pretty cool. So what's in the news? Were you in New Kingston yesterday? What would you do if you were somewhere in traffic? You can't move your car and you hear gunshot. What you would do?
I mean, all right. So, I don't know. Firstly, I don't know. I mean, outside of the situation, I can think what I probably want.
Right.
But in the situation,
that's
I'm
a good
sure.
answer. That's true.
Because
when frightened catch you, don't know. Well, I saw the video with the man, and I was wondering why everybody never jump out of the car and start roll with the man. Him saying rolling. So I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking that's what I would do. I'd come out of the car and lock the door and roll. I would be on the ground. I'm like, I don't know where these bullets are gonna go.
The safest place would be under a vehicle.
Me not going to the vehicle if needs be that me have to go get up and run. Me not going underneath a vehicle.
You're running, you can become a target if you're running.
Well, no, I mean, if them stop shoot or I don't know, something, but I am not going under because suppose they shoot a vehicle and vehicle explode. I'm sorry, my mind is so...
I can understand.
I said I wanted to interview somebody who,
was there.
No, not necessarily there, but like somebody, like a police officer or some army person to say, what does a civilian do? What do you do when you can't go and the police can't say, oh, we're not gonna shoot now. We're gonna wait until you all they can't do that because the people is there. So it's like, what do you do?
Wow. Well, I'm happy that the criminals were apprehended.
Yeah.
Well, not apprehended, they were.
It was sad to see the man. I mean, I know he's a criminal and everything, but he's somebody's son. He's a soul. And I know you just killed somebody. But his body was just there in the road and his face. And I'm thinking, what if he has a mom and she probably never knows that him gonna do and then his face is just there. I mean, I was just thinking all sorts of things.
It's a lot of sad news,
Holy, how much?
He's not 14-year-old succumbed to the stab wounds. That was inflicted on her, and that was from her. She's a 14-year-old, and she has a lover. 14-year-old. That adds to what happened on Sunday with the 29-year-old, with the 62-year-old grandfather.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
What them name?
All right, so here is the highlights in the news. The police are actually defending their decision to engage gunmen in a gun battle.
Well, see, I same thing. Men, I say what them would have do. Say no, we're not gonna shoot because we're here, and then let them shoot. I mean, it's hard if you think it's easy, come up here.
Listen to me. I think persons on social media who are suggesting that the officers were reckless, And I think that they have, just grown accustomed to a failure of enforcement of the law. Because, how is it that you can know that a vehicle is traveling with some individuals who just committed a murder? What do you do?
If you think it's easy,
it's a tough decision, But I
here.
can't. I mean, listen to me. I wouldn't want to be in the midst of a shootout. Let me say that first, right? But I can't bash the police for doing their job.
Because they can't press pause and say, vehicles move, turn and go away.
And if you go in front of the vehicle and stop the vehicle, they're going to open fire on you.
Right. And you don't know who will be shooting.
Exactly.
You don't know where the gunmen are going to shoot.
You know where they're going to turn. You know who's going to run out. I mean, it's a tough one, but I cannot label them as reckless. I think that goes beyond.
I was wondering if they were scared. I mean, this is what they're trained for, but I was wondering. I was looking at these videos, and I'm like, I wonder what's going through their minds. Are they? No, they're human.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, of course, they're always human, but no, this is like a bullet can't catch me.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, what else in the news? Sorry.
So, the head of the corporate communications unit, Stephanie Lindsay, is rejecting the criticism as misguided. She has saluted the police officers involved. Education Minister Favour Williams is calling teachers who have not received the COVID-19 vaccine to consider doing so as soon as possible. The minister says it is vital that teachers are inoculated to reduce a possible spread of the virus in schools. The appeal comes as it has been reported that some teachers are unwilling to take the jab. What would you do?
If you're a teacher?
Yeah.
Well, I told him my story, right? I wasn't going to go. I wanted to wait for a few months. And then I got up the Sunday morning and my sister is like, I'm going, come, let's all go. And I'm like, I'll drop to know. And then my mom was like, go, you should go. And I was like, you told mom at dinner. And I just prayed. I really just prayed. I turned it around and just said, God, okay, you know all these things. That you know what is it. I'm fine. I was fine. Okay. And I have underlying issues. Okay. But one thing that I learned was if you are taking medication, call your doctor. Because I sent a text to my doctor and she didn't respond until after I had taken it. But when she responded, she said, okay, well, don't take the medication this week. And I was guided. So those who are on medication for whatever, just, talk to your doctor or healthcare provider. But I mean, it was a mountain I did not want to go over. And I ended up going over it unplanned, and it was sudden.
I'm happy because it's good for you.
And it was sudden for me, so it wasn't like I had a chance to say, okay, I'm going tomorrow and I'm gonna, and so and so. But yeah,
interesting. But more vaccines have been approved by the World Health Organization. I wonder if there's political pressures involved, or is it pure science that dictates which vaccine is approved?
Yeah, I think too much.
I have become a Chinese vaccine has been approved by Sinopharm. And of course, the Jamaican government, are trying to get their hands on whichever vaccine is approved.
And the possible free one, from Cuba. They're saying that when theirs is approved, it will be free. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, look at the time.
Minister of Science, Energy and Technology Darrell Vaz says he's working on a policy to cover the operation of electric vehicles in Jamaica. He says formulation of the policy will include input from stakeholders such as new and used car dealers, the Jamaican Gasoline Retailers Association, and other interest groups. Would you drive electric vehicle?
JPS would have to.
Would you drive an electric vehicle?
If I'm going in and around town, and even then, probably it would be better to go on the highway where you're just driving. I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah. I'd have to hear more about it. Yeah. It just seemed like a lot of JPS money. Unless you can do solar.
You think so?
Oh, that would be cool if they had like a solar thing on the roof.
Yeah, because the charging station is a charging station. It's a DC charging station. So she's rolling her eyes. Anyway, you know, I follow Tesla a lot, so you know, Jackie, would you? Don says I commend the police officers who were in that shootout yesterday. They did their job and did it well.
Facts.
Yes, 3 caught.
There you go.
That's it. That's our job well done. I mean, what else you want? How many times have we seen criminals shoot up people and get away?
They just missing
them get away. I love the term brazen daylight, and them get away. So big up the police there. I'm glad
they tracked them down so quickly, and it was because of Jamaica Eye. And I'm like, you remember when Jamaica Eye was coming out, how it was getting, pushed back and so forth. Well, see, they help.
Anything wrong in you is gonna see.
I feel like Jamaica Eye is watching. Anyway,
because that's where the Rangers gonna be.
Oh Lord, help me.
Anyway, international news: China's population has grown at its slowest pace in decades. This is according to Chinese government data released today. According to the release, the average annual growth rate was 0.53% over the past 10 years, bringing the country's population to 1.41 billion people. The results, compiled from a census conducted in late 2020, have reportedly added pressure on Beijing to boost measures for couples to have more babies and avert a population decline. Interesting.
Well.
Sports. Gianluigi Buffon has confirmed he will leave Juventus at the end of the season. Gianluigi, he's an Italian goalkeeper.
I'm glad that you get that news there.
Gigi Buffon, that's what we call it. Gigi, yeah. Yeah. So when I was in high school, any great keeper, you used to call him Buffon, because he was a top tier keeper at the time. Not so much top right now, but anyway, he's old. The 43-year-old rejoined the club 2 years ago, having spent 2018-19 at Paris Saint-Germain, but he feels the two parties have reached the end of a cycle. In other news, with the boys and girls champs now on, coach of Stets, Ronaldo Walcott, says the battle for the boys' title champs will be between defending champions Kingston College and Jamaica College. His prediction, along with many others, does not have the strong caliber in sight for the title. Yeah. Coach Walcott also added that Edwin Allen are slight favorites to retain the girls' title.
You don't get bored of the same people winning every year.
Not when you're part of the same people.
Well, I think somebody else should win like 1 year. Just,
Anyway. All right. So let me tell you something.
Yeah.
All right. So rival. Let's. I know we're Christian station. We're Christians, but rivalry sells, and rivalry is why sports is big.
So that means the same people say, look how the Bulls. You remember when the Bulls used to win every single year, and then
rivals.
And right, but then 1 year it changed. Who win now? I stopped watching after Michael stopped.
All right. So remember, it was always the rivalry was always who is going to beat Michael. So that was the rival
at that time.
Everybody wants to bring up Michael.
Right.
If you have too many outside chances winning, yes, it's interesting, but rivalry sells, and that's just the truth. That's why schoolboy sports is bigger than other sports in Jamaica because of rivalry. And rivalry doesn't necessarily mean it's violent.
Right. It's just
because there's not a lot of violence in English or Italian or German football. Mm-hmm. But the clubs, I support it still.
Rivalry. I see. As long as that's all it does.
Yeah, that's all. I mean,
Sells and don't kill.
There's rivalry still, but there's not much champs violence now. So we bless the Lord.
Praise God.
Ciao. All right, take care. Thank you so much. We didn't talk to me long. So we have a chat for half an hour. She must hear that. Yes, Lord. Those are the highlights in the news, written and produced in association with Jamaica's first digital media house. In Jamaica today, only 3 clickies away. What are you saying? So, all right, Derval says the police say that you should stay in your vehicle, lock the doors, and get low.